What's up, Saints? I'm Hyatt.
And I'm Dominic.
And this is SFHS Today.
SFHS is home to a group of exceptional bilingual students. And last Thursday, they were credited and awarded for their achievements via the Bilingual Seals Award. Jazzy and Haley have more.
What is Bilingual Seals program?
The Minnesota Bilingual Seals program is an award given to high school graduate students that can speak a language other than English. This program is open to any student, native or non-native speaker, that can demonstrate their ability in the four modalities of communication. This is reading, writing, speaking, and listening. And they must have all their English credits complete.
What awards do students receive?
Students that meet the requirements receive a seal and a certificate. There are 3 levels. It's the Platinum Seal that gives them 4 semesters of college credit. There's the Gold Seal that gives them 3 semesters of college credit, and there's a certificate which gives them 2 semesters of college credit. This is also annotated in their transcripts from high school.
What language are we celebrating?
We're celebrating Spanish. 10 of our students presented the test and altogether obtained 23 semesters of college credit. So that's impressive. We're celebrating that. We're very happy and proud for our students.
If you want more information about the Bilingual Seals program, please contact Ms. Pemberton.
Good job, guys.
In more local news, next Monday is Senior Sunrise. The event starts at 6:45. We recommend bringing blankets and warm clothes. The temp should hover around 50 degrees Fahrenheit.
Does the name Shelby ring a bell? If not, you're in for a treat, because SFHS recently employed perhaps one of our most valuable workers so far, a therapy dog. Nola and Trinity are on now with more.
You may know St. Francis has had a lot of new additions, including this dog park. This is Shelby, the new St. Francis High School therapy dog.
Shelby has been a therapy dog for 2 years. She is 3.5 years old, and she works for the St. Francis School District. She started when she was 6 months old, and then she actually passed her test at 1.5 years. And our goal is to support students and be there and let them know that they are not alone and that they will get through this with our pups.
How do you think having a therapy dog in school could impact students' emotional well-being?
Time with a therapy dog relaxes a person, and it also offers that stability in a chaotic world. So Shelby in a group, we usually are in a circle. Some kids sit on the chairs, some kids sit on the floor, but her very beginning of a group is going around and greeting everybody, and then sometimes she'll lay by a student that may be struggling with something. And it doesn't have to be mental health, it could be even a cold.
What do you believe are the benefits of having a therapy dog for students?
So there's a lot of research and studies done about dogs. They provide a sense of purpose. They actually can lower your blood pressure. They can lower your cortisol levels when you're stressed. They definitely can do that. They offer that unconditional love, and they improve social connections. Well, I think that everyone needs to know that because I'm her handler, I am in charge of her well-being, and so my first thing is to make sure that she's comfortable in the environment. Sometimes she'll sit behind me when she just gets tired, and I just let people know that she's just taking a break, just like we all need a break. The other thing is making sure that everyone else is safe, and conversations don't go into situations that can cause anybody any stress. No more than 10 per group, 10-minute sessions, and then during Saints time. And then if you want to come and spend time with Shelby, you just talk to your counselor and let the counselor know that you're interested in seeing her.
All right, well, I'm gonna go let my dog play in this dog park, but I'll send it back to the studio.
I love it. Hey Dominic, what's one skill you wish you had?
You know, more than anything, I really wish I knew how to drive a manual car.
It's crazy that you mentioned that, because we sent our main man Logan Miller out to talk to Kai Vang on how to drive stick. He's on now with more.
Kai started to learn how to drive manual at the age of 9. He said that he learned manual before he even knew how to drive an automatic. As of now, he would much rather drive a manual over an automatic because of the vehicle that he has today. So I decided to ask him, how do you drive a manual?
Let's see. First things first, like when you drive manual, before you want to do anything, you always make sure your e-brake is up. And then as soon as you're about to go, you can put it down. And then first thing you do is you could hold on the brake if you're on flat ground, you don't have to hold on the brake, but you can hold on the brake and then you engage in the clutch.
Good.
And then what you want to do is put it in first gear. And then as soon as you put it in first gear, you can slowly let go of the clutch until it reaches what I call a let go point. A let go point is where the RPM will actually catch itself and slowly start rolling. And then as it starts rolling, you could engage on the gas more and slowly add more gas and let go of the clutch at the same time.
Depending on the vehicle, around 3,000 RPM, you will let off the gas and push in the clutch, and then move the shifter into the next gear. As you release the clutch, step on the gas again until you find the let go point, and then release, and that will go for every single gear.
Thanks, boys.
And before we headed over to the bad part of the show, our homecoming dance was Saturday. The dance went from 8 to 11, where me and my good friend Mike were tearing up the dance floor. That's all the main news we have for you this week. Now over to sports.
What's going on, Saints?
I'm Mike.
And I'm Jacob.
And this is sports. In national news, the Minnesota Vikings are off to a hot start. They go into Week 5 with a record of 4-0, still keeping their number one standing in the entire NFC and one of the top teams in the whole league. They had a big game this Sunday going against their division rivals, the Green Bay Packers. The Vikings took home the victory in a well-fought battle, winning 31-29 and handing the Packers the second loss of their season. You know, as a guy who's lived in this great state of Minnesota his whole life, nothing brings me more joy than seeing the Packers lose, especially in such a long-standing rivalry.
Hey Mike, speaking of rivalry games, your Fighting Saints football team took on Cambridge City Blue Jackets in their annual Battle for the Paddle, as well as their homecoming game. In a grueling battle, the Fighting Saints brought home a victory, winning 32-13 and reclaiming the paddle from the Blue Jackets. I'm going to go back to past me and Mike to get some more info.
Big win coming out, battle for the paddle. How we feeling, gentlemen?
I'm feeling better than ever, man.
Feeling great, man. Feeling great.
This is just amazing, man.
And what's the final score looking like out of this big game?
32-13.
Yeah, sounds right to me.
Holy cow. Any notable plays you could think of?
Driving a guy about 20 yards and pancaking him.
All right.
Got a nice little pick, forced a fumble, you know.
I creamed a guy on the sideline, on kickoff.
That's all we have for you. Now back to the studio.
In more local news, our annual Homecoming Week Pet Fest took place last Monday, where homecoming court candidates were crowned, and the SFHS dance team displayed multiple dances, one of which being the fan favorite guy-girl dance. More local sports news. Owen, Quinn, and Will went out to get more info about how the volleyball season is going so far this year.
Hey Saints, I'm Will.
And I'm Owen.
And I'm good.
And this week, we went out and got a dig on the St. Francis volleyball team. And this is what we got.
What encouraged you to join volleyball?
One of my friends had asked me to join because she was playing that year, and I just decided to join.
How do your coaches help you mentally and physically?
Well, I think it helps that, first of all, they're always there for us if we need someone to talk to, but they're also always pushing us to do our best.
They've helped me a lot mentally and physically, but this season a lot mentally because a lot of times I get down on myself, but they know how to bring me back up. And physically, they've just been knowing I can push myself harder, so they've been giving me a lot more opportunities.
What was memorable at your time at St. Francis High School, and what memories do you hope to leave with your athletes?
Memorable would probably be like winning state track for the first time. That was super exciting. And I hope my athletes always leave the season feeling accomplished and proud of themselves, wins and losses put aside.
What are some of your goals for the season?
I think a team goal I have is for us to just all become a big family and just have fun this season. And a personal goal, probably, I'd say to get like around 8 blocks in one game.
For high school, I went to NDSU and I was on the track and field team there. And I also obviously studied health in Phi Ed, and then I got my master's degree in health nutrition and exercise science. Along the way, just enjoy the journey, because sometimes I guess the destination or the goal that you've been trying to achieve might not always happen, so you have to enjoy every moment on the way there.
What are the pros and cons of having multiple games a week?
The pros, I'd say probably getting in more reps and like seeing different competition, and the cons would probably be being really exhausted and not having time to do schoolwork.
What was the most important thing about your experiences as a student athlete, and how has that translated to your coaching style?
The most important thing was the relationship I had with coaches and just knowing how much they cared about me. And now as a coach, I don't want to be the coach that's big and mean and everyone's scared of. I want to be the coach that people trust and they respect because of who I am, not because they're scared of me.
That's all we have for you this week, Saints. Now we're going to bump, set,
and spike.
Back to sports. Thanks, guys.
That's all the sports news we have for you this week.
Now back to Maine.
And one last thing before we let you loose, Saints. We sent the Goon Squad out to ask people this week's RQT. They're on now with more.
It's the random question thing. Ding!
Hey Saints, I'm Kennedy.
And I'm Tyler.
And we're going to be asking you guys your favorite fall traditions.
Hey Kenny, what's your favorite fall tradition?
Probably making fresh pies with the family. What's yours, T-Mark?
I like going to apple orchards and picking apples.
Hey Hunter, what's your favorite fall tradition?
Oh, I just like duck hunting with the boys in the fall.
You know, I'm gonna say, make it a nice leaf pile and then jump in it.
Austin? I'm gonna say watching college football on Saturdays with some of your friends and family.
Hey Nathaniel, what's your favorite fall tradition?
Going to a pumpkin patch with my family.
I go to Dead and Hayride with my friends every year.
My mom makes chili on Halloween every year. Oh, we have a Halloween party at our house.
Hey Kenzie, what's your favorite fall tradition?
Me and my family have bonfires every weekend.
Geez, T-Mart, those are some neat traditions. I'd have to agree with you, Kenny. No, back to Maine.
Well, Saints, that's all the news we have for you this week.
Have fun and stay safe.